Just started.
Hi, my name's Valerie Balaz, and I've been a creative partner with Kiwi Lane for about 2 years. And I chose to pull out an old scrapbook from years ago. I actually adopted 2 children from Russia. One was a baby, one was 2 years old in 1997. I didn't get around to doing this life book until 2009. But I did a lot of different techniques in it because I wanted to make it a little different than a baby book. The adoption agency had suggested a life book. So I'll flip through here and show some of the things that I did that were maybe a little bit different. I wanted it to be very special for both of them, and they each have their own. I tried to find articles and things, poems about children being adopted from faraway places, so I added those to here. I got the cutout of Russia and made sure that was in here. This wasn't a great picture of Logan, but we only had a short video of him, and I tried to snap a picture of it so I'd have it for the book. So that's why I have the flash in there, but it's still better than nothing. These were documents we actually got from Russia that I thought were important to preserve. And we also told him why we picked his name. And we did this, it's on a clear piece of vellum where I could journal and tell him why we picked the name that we did for him. His smile is what won me over, so that was important to me. And then I tried to do some different things. I used the heart from Creative Memories and did some rounding of the corners. And then I did this piece, what we did the first 15 minutes we saw each other and how that went. And then we had some things written in Russian with the translation in English. So tried to include all the little mementos that we had from that time. This was the orphanage with both of the boys. And again, we tried to include some Russian with a translation of English. Tried to use some things. This is Creative Memories. And I picked some landmarks and things to show them where they came from. This was actually the children's home in Russia. These were Logan's little friends that he was there. And again, I tried to find some things that kind of made him feel special, that, you know, he'd found his forever home. Now, I hadn't gotten into Kiwi Lane yet, but this kind of shows some things that I was kind of getting bored with, just slapping pictures on a page and not having much else on there. So I didn't know about Kiwi Lane at this point, but tried to do something different. Tried to do a lot of journaling. This was the hotel we stayed at. We tried to document that. And again, some more Russian with English translation. We were actually signing the documents to adopt Logan. And again, I was still just rounding corners, and I was getting really kind of bored with it. But again, we included his English translation of his adoption certificate. This one's in Russian, this one's in English. So he would have those things. Same thing with his certificate of birth. Here's where we're leaving the orphanage with our 2 babies. We also were with another couple who adopted a baby. Tried to write in who the people were. Alexander was our coordinator, and all that would be important to the boys. We're actually on the train going from Petrozavodsk up to Moscow with the boys. This is actually Logan's Russian passport to get out of the country. And here's his green card, because he was a resident alien in the United States until we formally adopted him here. So all those things were important. This was his first bedroom. And of course, the first order of business was to get the 4-generation portrait with the grandfather, the great-grandfather, husband, and the 2 boys. So we try to use special things to commemorate, special papers and things. Again,
different corner techniques.
Different corner techniques. And just, I tried to make it colorful and happy for them. Logan, we took him, this is a special page. We took him to the toy store to find his special toy, and it happened to be Pooh Bear. He went nowhere without Pooh Bear. Had to have Pooh Bear with him everywhere. So that turned out to be a really cute page. And again, just trying some different corner techniques and things. And here we talked about how small he was. At 2 years old, he still fit in the kitchen sink. So those to me all mark time for him. This is his oldest brother. This is my biological son, who's 19 years older than them. This was the first place we lived. I included the address and some of the kids he played with there. So we just tried to, here I commemorated how he was afraid of water and what we did. And now, of course, you can tell he's quite happy with the water. Again, just trying different techniques, getting quite bored with just slapping pictures on the page. This was the first time I ever did any kind of inking around the edges of the mats. So I did that. This is probably my favorite page. This is my husband's mother, and my husband's also adopted, so this is his adoptive mother. But she came to visit the boys, and I included all the things she did with him, plus I included a recipe that her family loved, and I included it in their baby book, so they will always have it, and it'll be something of her. So that was kind of a different thing that I had done, but it's one of my favorite pages. Again, I'm trying to get into Kiwi Lane. I didn't even know about Kiwi Lane at the time, but really trying to do something different. I'm kind of getting bored with slapping 6 pictures on a page and moving on. So this was just a get together with them. And again, I'm showing the techniques. And again, I'm just rounding corners, but I did try to write in who all the people were so that 10 years, 20 years from now, they don't say, who was that? So they'll know. This page, I tried to do something a little different. These were all the boys. This is my oldest son and his brother. These 2 are biological. These 2 are adopted. And again, Logan always liked to help his dad do things around the house, so we had to do a page for that. So anyhow, again, back to more Kiwi Lane type stuff that I didn't know about yet, but I would soon know about. But we tried to include a lot of things. Logan being busy as usual. And then, of course, he's carving his first pumpkin. And he's dressed up as a devil, him and his little brother, Austin. And then this page was kind of different. These are little metal things. I think I found them at Joann Fabrics. It was a family tree. And again, I have more stuff that kind of looks like Kiwi Lane. But I did get all the names in here so they know their great-grandparents, their grandparents, their parents, and of course themselves. So we tried to add a lot of things in there that would mean something to them as they got older. Again, we did Sesame Street Live, and this was family. We went to see it Thanksgiving. So we tried a lot of different things. And again, I was really kind of getting bored with the rounded corners and slapping so many pictures on a page. So I was thrilled when I finally got into Kiwi Lane and could do a lot of different techniques. So this was kind of different. I did the bubbles on the page because they were doing bubbles in the house and they thought that was hilarious. So, and again, I'm still doing rounded corners, and some of my pages are matted and some aren't. And I'm really getting quite bored with all of that. But tried to do a lot of different things for him. This was a book to document his life. And of course, my youngest biological son graduated from high school. These are the school colors for then. These guys always had so much fun together. But again, rounded corners, matted, some not matted. So just getting really bored with that. So Kiwi Lane was really a godsend for me when I finally got to that point, but it took me a long time to get there. I had Kiwi Lane back in 2010 and I never used it. I didn't know how. And I took it to every crop hoping somebody could show me how to use it. And I finally moved to Myrtle Beach, and there was a lady that was at a local craft store who did Kiwi Lane page kits every week. We did a 2-page spread, and then I was hooked. Then I had to have everything. Then I had to sell it so I could tell other people about it. So this is a very special book for me, and I'm really glad I got to share it with all of you. So pull out your old books and be inspired by what you did years ago. Thank you so much.